everybody. This is Miss Opal from Children's Ministry, and tonight I'm reading the next bedtime Bible story for you. Now, the story that you heard yesterday had to do with Samuel and the fact that Samuel went to live with a priest. But today's story, which comes from 1 Samuel verses 8 to 10 in the Old Testament, has to do with Israel's first king, and it can be found on page 164 in the Beginner's Bible. So, of course, I need you to snuggle up because, of course, this is a bedtime story, and we're going to get ready to read. Israel's first king. When Samuel was an old man, God's people said, "We want a king to rule over us." Samuel asked God for help. God told Samuel to warn the people about the trouble that a king could bring. And so, of course, there's Samuel praying to God for him to guide him, at least let him know what to do. A king would make the young men join his army, and the people would have to give the best things they owned to support the king. Samuel warned the people, but they still wouldn't listen. Then God told Samuel to give them a king. But can you imagine all the best things that you have, you end up having to take it to give to the king? Would you want to do that? Let's see what the people did. God led Samuel to a man named Saul. Samuel poured oil on Saul's head, and this was a sign that this was God's choice for their new king. Saul hid because he was shy. And there you can see him hiding behind the tree. He didn't want to be a king. The people found him. Then Samuel said, "Here's your king." And of course, they're all excited. The people have a king. They're so excited to have a king now. Everyone cheered and shouted, "Long live the king! Long live the king!" And so, of course, Saul is made king. So there are times when we know that there are things that don't seem right, but of course we insist and we want our way. We always want to know that what we want, we get. And a lot of the times we don't listen to God. And so you don't know, we might end up seeing what might happen eventually, now that Saul is going to be king. But always remember that God has a plan for us. And so sometimes we just need to be patient. So before you fall asleep, let's say a quick prayer. So I want you to close your eyes and bow your heads and repeat after me. Dear God, help me to listen to you. Help me to be patient so that I can do your will and not mine. Amen. Good night, boys and girls. Until I see you next time. Bye.